somebody decided they was gonna try to wheel this because they had put this Ford transmission in a Chevrolet truck. But I'm putting this Ford transmission back in a Ford truck, so I'm gonna switch that out and have it had the original part in there like it's supposed to be. Here's my original piece off of my transmission. See, I have a slot right there for the neutral safety and reverse light. That other transmission don't have it. I'm gonna take this shift lever, some people call it a kick down. I'm gonna take this off of mine and put it on the other transmission. This is a C6 Ford transmission. When you proceed to take this body off, take the bigger bolts off. They are 3/8, and you only want to unscrew your bigger bolts. These bolts right here is for your transmission filter. On this side of your body, do not take them loose. Only take your bigger bolts, which are your 3/8. Have you a catch pan, because transmission fluid will still be coming out as you loosen them bolts. Before I go in farther, I'll let you see what it look like inside. You can see that's when you're changing your gears on your automatic. Go back in park. That's what it looks like up inside of there. So I always tell you, take pictures of stuff before you start taking them apart. Be mindful of where the bolts came out of. Me personally, I like to always put the same bolt back in the same hole that it originated from. You have some shorter ones up here. You have these two long ones on the back. All right, she should drop right on down. Before we go in further, just try to put stuff back in place, kind of. Make sure we know where everything's supposed to go. After you got that body out the way, next thing to do, get you a wrench. There's a nut right here. Have to loosen that up. There's a 7/8, or either get you a 22 millimeter. What you have to do is maneuver it, slide it over top of this, and then put on a nut, loosen it that way. Then nice to have one of them ratchet ends on here. Might be able to loosen it with my finger now. There we go. Loosen that nut all the way out. Now, there you have it. The piece slide plumb all the way out. There it is. You also have a seal inside of there. You'll have a seal right there as well. When you get ready to put your shift lever back in place, because I'm switching from one transmission to the next, you have this piece inside in a shape kind of like a D shape. Then your lever's going back inside. Right there on the end of it is also kind of like a D shape. This piece up here, see these teeth these teeth grooves right here. Line it up with that piece up here. It's on now. That's like a little roller pin. So you get that, line it up on that, line this D shape on that hole. Take this, slide it in from the outside. Line everything up. This piece right here with this nut on it, that goes behind this D-shaped piece. So you need to have this in place first before you slide your shifter lever in. Have it in place like so. Then take your shifter lever, your kick down, slide it over there from the front side, and line everything up. After you got your shift lever back in place, everything in place on this back side, tighten that nut. Slide this out, maneuver, wrench over top of it. Then tighten it down. Time to put the valve body back in place. I noticed this one's missing a filter, so I took the filter off my other transmission and sprayed parts clean it and cleaned it out. So when you go to put this back in place, you have this little tip right here. Then you have this curve right here. That tip is going to line up in this slot right here, and that's what pushes that backwards and forwards. That curve should hit right here. I'm thinking that's for the safety neutral and reverse light. Don't forget about this O-ring that might have came out. Slide that back up in there. Get it good and flush up in there. Take a screwdriver or something. Get it all the way up in there. Now go through the gears. Should be reverse, neutral, dry. Then you got your other two gears. Neutral, reverse, park. There you have it.